Today's list codes problem of the day is average waiting time. So now let's discuss the problem. There is a restaurant with a single chef. You are given an array customers. This customers of I equals to arrival, comma time. Okay, we have been given an array called customers where customers of I equals to arrival, comma time. Then arrival is the arrival time of the ith customer. Means the arrival times are sorted in non-decreasing order. Means the increasing order. Means from small to big. The time is the time needed to prepare the order of the ith customer. Basically, arrival time is the time in which the customer enters the hotel, and the time which is given, it is the time needed to prepare the order of the ith customer. When a customer arrives, he gives the chef his order and the chef starts preparing it once he is idle. The customer waits till the chef finishes preparing his order. The chef does not prepare food for more than one customer at a time. The chef prepares food for customers in the order table given in the input. Return the average waiting time of all customers. Solution within 10 to the power minus 5 from the actual answer are considered accepted. Okay. So basically we have been given the list means a list containing another list of arrival time and the actual time to means taken by the chef to cook the food. Okay, let's understand it with the help of an example. We have been given an array four, 3. So this is our array. Okay, so first of all, the customer arrives at t equals to 1. Okay, or we can say at a equals to 1 means a is the arrival time. A is arrival time. Okay, so at a equals to 1 the customer arrives means they enters the store, and we have been given 80 80 80. Okay, and we have been given time 2, time equals to 2. So the basically the customer waits for 2 minutes. Okay, means the 2 minutes are been taken by the chef to cook the food for the customer. Okay, so basically in this case, the chef takes his order at time equals to 1 and it cooks the food. So at time equals, he finishes the food at f equals to 3 means customer arrives at 1 and he takes, and in 2 minutes he cooks the food. So our total time is basically 3 here. Okay, so as you can see, so now the total time taken by the cook to cook the food is 3 minus arrival time equals to 2. So 2 is the total time to cook the food. Now move on to the next customer. The next customer arrives at a equals to 2 and our time taken by the chef is 5. Basically our chef finishes the customer one's order at 3 minutes means t equals to 3. Okay, basically it finishes the food at 3. So and the customer arrives at 2 only. Okay, so basically customer had to wait for extra time. Okay, he has to wait for extra more time. So basically what we have to do, we have to add the total time plus finishing time. So basically our finishing time will be now f equals to 3 plus 5 which is equals to 8. Okay, so our chef finishes the customer to order at 8 minutes. And how much time does the chef has to wait, means the customer has to wait, sorry, the customer has to wait is the finishing time minus arrival time which is equals to what, 6. Okay, now third example means the third customer arrives. He arrives at 4 minutes means a equals to 4. At 4 o'clock he arrives. Okay, and total time is given 3. So basically our chef finishes the order at f equals to 8. Okay, and means 8 o'clock he finished the order of customer 2, but customer 3 arrives at 4 o'clock only. Okay, so he has to wait for extra time. So our chef will finish the third customer's order in f equals to 8 plus 3, which is equals to 11 o'clock. So how many time does the chef has to wait is 11 minus 4 equals to what? It is equals to 7. So basically the chef has to wait for 7 minutes. Okay, so now we have got our 2, 6 and 7. So we will take out the average 2, 6 plus 7 by 3, which is equals to what? Which is equals to 8 plus 7 equals to 15 by 3, which is 5. So this is the average waiting time for the each customer. Okay, so now let's discuss another example. We have been given an array of 5 2, 5 4, 10 3 and 21. Okay, so basically this is the customer timing, arrival timings and waiting timings we have been given. Okay, basically let's, this is arrival time, this is waiting time. While waiting, okay, so this is the arrival time and waiting time for the each customer. So now what we have to do, first of all our first customer arrives at a equals to 5. Our first customer arrive at a equals to 5. Okay, and waiting time is what? 2. So basically the chef finishes his order at 5 plus 2 equals to 7 hour. Okay, means the customer arrives at 5 o'clock and chef finishes the order at 7 o'clock. Okay, so basically the waiting time for customer is basically 7 minus 5 equals to 2. Okay, this is the finish time and this is the waiting time. Now second, next customer arrives at a equals to 5, means 5 o'clock only customer arrives and waiting time is given 4. Okay, so basically the chef finishes the customer second's order at 7 plus 4, means first he is clearing the first customer's order, then taking the second customer's order, means chef 1 finishes this at 7. So after 7 o'clock you can take the customer second's order. So 7 plus 4 equals to what? 11. The finish time of second customer is 11. Now the waiting time equals to what? The waiting time is equals to 11 minus 5, which is equals to 6. The customer has to wait for 6 minutes. Okay, so basically the finish time of the customer second's order is 11. Now customer 3 arrives. The customer 3 arrives at 10 o'clock. Okay, he arrives and waiting time is 3, as you know. So basically the customer 3 arrives at 10 and the waiting time is equals to 3. So what we have to do now, we have to check that the customer 3 arrives at 10 and the customer second's order is finished at 11. So the finishing order will be 11 plus 3, which is equals to 14. So at 14 minutes the customer's third order is over, means the shape is completed the third customer's order, and our waiting time is equals to what? Our waiting time equals to 14 minus 10 equals to 4. The customer 3 has to wait for 4 minutes. Okay, now the last customer arrives. The last customer arrives at a equals to 20 and waiting time is 1. As you can see that the at customer third's order is finished at 14 and the fourth customer arrives at what? A equals to 20. Okay, So basically the chef is free now. Chef has finished customer third's order in 14 minutes only, but the next customer arrives at 28 minutes, so he's free now, he has no orders left. So he will directly make the customer fourth order, so he will finish in 20 plus 1 equals to what, 21. Okay, he will finish it in 21 minutes only. So the customer fourth order will be he finished in 21 minutes, 21th minute, and the waiting time is equals to what, 21 minus 20 equals to 1. He has to wait for 1 minute only. Okay, so this was the problem statement and the explanation. So which kind of approach we can use? Okay, which kind of approach we can use here? There is a simple approach. If if the arrival time is greater than the current time, okay, our current time or the finish time is equals to, now we take it as 0. Okay, so if the arrival time is greater than the finish time, okay, so our finish time equals to what, arrival plus t. Okay, as you can see here, we have done same only, arrival plus t. As 5 is greater than 0, so we have done arrival plus t, means 5 plus 2 equals to 7. Okay, else condition, if the arrival time is less than or equals to f, means the finish time, so what you will do, we will just increment the finish time m equals to finish time plus what, preparation time is t. Means this case, as you can see, that our uh, a equals to what, a equals to 10. Okay, and f f equals to what, f equals to 11. As you can see, f equals to 11. So basically our f is greater than a. Okay, our f is greater than a, so in this case you will just increment the finish time was 11 plus t equals to what, 3, t equals to 3, so it will be 14 now. Okay, and the waiting time, our waiting time equals to what, finish time minus arrival time. Okay, f minus a, basically you can see here our arrival time was 10 and finish time was 14, so 14 minus 10 equals to 4. Okay, in this way we have to solve the question. Let's solve this by Python, then we will solve it in C++. Okay, and compare the codes. This was the total explanation. Okay, you can see it, and if you have any of the doubt you can ask me in the comment section. Okay, now let's solve. First of all, we will take our finish time, or finish time equals to 0. Okay, and then total waiting time, equals to 0. Then for arrival comma time in customers, if our arrival time is greater than the current time or the finish time, if it is greater than finish time, then we will just increment the finish time equals to a plus t. Okay, finish time equals to a plus t, else our finish time will be equals to f plus equals to preparation time, or the we can say t. Okay, and then our waiting time. Our waiting time is what? Let's suppose our waiting time. Waiting time is equals to what? Finish time minus arrival. Okay, finish time minus arrival. So basically now our total waiting time. Our total waiting time. Our total waiting time equals to what? We will increment it the waiting time. Okay, means this waiting times we have got 2, 6 and 7. As you can see here we have got 2, 6 and 7, so we will just increment it 2 plus 6 plus 7. Okay, so we have done incremented and we will find the average waiting time here. Okay, now we are finding the average waiting time. Average waiting time equals to what? Total waiting time. Total waiting time by length of customers. Okay, and then we will return the average waiting time. Now let's try to run the code. It's giving some runtime error. If a greater than f, local variable f where it is cannot access. Okay, in case of, let's make it finish, complete finish. Okay, finish fi sh. Okay, fi sh finish time. Okay, so we have now got our finish time. Now let's try to run the code. Yeah, it's giving correct output. Now let's try to submit it. So as we can see that our code is being accepted here. Now let's try to run it in C++ code. Okay, yes, so basically we have got our C++. Yes, it's loading. Okay, so wait a minute. Yes, now we can start. So first of all, as you can see, first we have initialized our finish to 0. Okay, we have initialized our finish to 0, so we'll take long finish equals to 0. We have taken long because the values are very big, so that's why. And long total waiting time, total waiting time equals to 0. Okay, then we are running the for loop for constant auto ampersand. Okay, for constant auto ampersand customer till the customers. Okay, till the customers we are initializing our int a. Int a is our arrival time. Int a to customer of 0. Okay, and our int what int t, we can say our int t as our customer of 1. nt is our customer of 1. Basically the a and t is our arrival times and the customers times. Okay, now we will check, use the if statement. Okay, if our arrival time means a is greater than finish time, a is greater than finish. Okay, if it is so, what we will do, we will do the finish time equals to arrival time plus as total time. Okay, means the wait arrival time plus time. Okay, so basically we are using static cast long. We are using long because the values are uh, too long, because in the question itself we have been given, so that's why using long. Basically the finish time equals to, yeah, finish time equals to static time. Okay, a plus t. Okay, as you know that in the, you can see in the both python code and the c++ code. Okay, so here we have ended our if statement. Now else, now we are beginning with the else statement. We'll increment the finish now. Okay, so finish plus equals to what, finish t. We are incrementing our finish time with the total time, means the time taken by the chef to cook the food. Okay, so now we have completed with the else statement. Okay, now we will initialize the total waiting time, means, or we can say that the waiting time, long waiting time, long waiting time equals to what, finish minus arrival time. Finish time minus arrival time means finish equals to what, finish is the time taken by the chef to finish the food, means time at which chef finishes the food. Okay, so basically now we'll increment the total waiting time. Total waiting time equals to what, we'll increment it, the waiting time. You can subsequently see the python code. Okay, as you can see that in python and c++ both are equal, same else statement you can see, then semicolon. Okay, then we will close the for loop here, then just we will return the average waiting time. We are now returning the average waiting time. So as our answer is in decimal form, so we'll use double in place of int or long. Yes, we are using now double total waiting time upon the length of customers or the customers dot size. Okay, total waiting time by customers dot size, okay, so now let's try to run the code. Yeah, it's giving correct output. So the both the python and the c++ codes are equivalent to each other, but thus the difference is of the syntax, but the logic is same. So you can see